Christopher Ward began life with an exciting promise. To be a British watch enthusiast, selling directly to customers, cutting out the middlemen and traditional markups, and offering Swiss-made watches at very accessible prices. For years, this worked. Christopher Ward positioned itself not as ultra-luxury, but as a rational value brand. High-spec watches, priced fairly, aimed at enthusiasts who cared more about what was inside the watch than what logo was on the dial. And for a while, it delivered on that promise. Then, things changed. Christopher Ward wasn't built on heritage or prestige. It was built on trust. From its founding in 2004, the brand was online only. It was one of the first watch companies to sell directly to customers, cutting out retailers entirely. No ADs, no glass cases, no inflated margins. Early Christopher Ward marketing leaned heavily on transparency. They openly talked about pricing formulas, about eliminating unnecessary costs, about giving customers more watch for their money. Swiss-made movements, sapphire crystals, solid cases, fair pricing. They never claimed haute horology status. They didn't pretend to compete with Patek or Audemars Piguet. They spoke enthusiast to enthusiasts. They were the brand for the people. The grounding is important, because everything that follows only makes sense if you remember this baseline. Christopher Ward was never meant to be aspirational. It was meant to be honest. The first major shift came in 2014, when Christopher Ward merged with his Swiss manufacturing partner, Synergie Horlogers SA, forging a vertically integrated group. On paper, this looked like a win. More control over production, proprietary movements, better independence, all good things. But it also marked the beginning of a subtle repositioning. Then, in 2020, co-founder Christopher Ward stepped away from the company. After his departure, tone changed more noticeably. Marketing language shifted. Instead of emphasizing value, messaging started leaning into status. The brand began referring to itself as an stylish watchmaker. Press releases and social posts felt defensive, as if Christopher Ward needed to remind people that it belonged in serious conversations. When you start telling people you're established, it usually means you're insecure about it. That confidence of a value-driven brand was replaced with something else, a need for validation, a desire to be taken seriously as luxury, without fully committing to what luxury actually demands. For years, Christopher Ward claimed it was delivering the best possible specs for the price. The argument was simple: this is as good as it gets. Others can't do this without cutting corners. We're giving you something unique. And the market proved otherwise. Exposure of microbrands, especially from China, exposed the flaw in that argument. Brands like Pagani Design began selling stainless steel watches with sapphire crystals, automatic movements, and solid construction for under $100. St. Martin pushed even further. Better finishing, ceramic bezels, sapphire everywhere, tight tolerance. Prices still well below Christopher Ward. These brands are better in some romantic sense. They don't have storytelling, they don't have identity, but they prove something uncomfortable. They proved that Christopher Ward didn't break the pricing wall. They just benefited from timing. Christopher Ward wasn't wrong. They were early, but being early is not the same as being unbeatable. Once manufacturing, logistics, and finishing matured, the value argument collapsed, and instead of adjusting honestly, Christopher Ward doubled down on narrative. This is where many enthusiasts started to feel uneasy. Christopher Ward's prices crept upward, into segments where specs alone are no longer enough. At $2,000 and above, buyers expect emotional value, heritage, status, meaning. While Christopher Ward still markets like a spec sheet brand. You see models positioned as competitors to Rolex or Omega, while the marketing still highlights things like sapphire crystal, Swiss movement, and water resistant. Features that stopped being impressive years ago. Also, for their marketing, the tone shifted. Messaging started to feel patronizing, defending prices, talking at enthusiasts instead of with them. You can't market like a luxury brand while competing like a spec sheet brand. You have to pick one. Christopher Ward tried to be both, and in doing so, alienated the very people who built the brand. This is the part few people say out loud. As Christopher Ward's position became less clear, the brand leaned heavily on YouTubers to carry the message. Reviews became repetitive, all channels saying the same thing, the same phrases, the same arguments, the same defenses. Instead of letting the watches speak, the brand relied on borrowed credibility. That works in the short term, but long term, it creates skepticism. When too many creators repeat the same narrative, enthusiasts stop listening. It starts to feel less like independent coverage, more like a desperate marketing campaign. The problem isn't YouTubers, the problem is dependency. Christopher Ward replaced organic enthusiasm with amplification, and once the trust eroded, no amount of content could rebuild it. This brings us to Ken Kessler. You might not know him, but he has a long respected career in watch journalism. His knowledge of traditional horology, classic design, and mechanical history is undeniable, but his voice comes from a different era. He's a print era columnist, rooted in magazines and old school watch culture, positioning him as the public voice of a modern internet-native direct-to-consumer brand was a strategic mismatch. And none of the content he has done for this brand demerits his work, and does not mean he harmed the brand. He was just putting a role that didn't fit the audience they were trying to reach. And he didn't have any ill intent. He was not trying to scam. He did not build the pricing strategy. He did not write the captions. He did not design the watches. He was doing what he has always done, writing and speaking about watches through a traditional lens. This isn't about hating Christopher Ward. It's about recognizing that the watch world changed, and the brand didn't adapt honestly. You can't build a company on being for the people and then ask your price when those people notice the gap between the pitch and reality. Christopher Ward's own statements, pricing, his marketing are all public. They tell a clear story. A brand that started rational became defensive. A value proposition became a narrative. And trust, once lost, became very hard to buy back.